Hi, this is JR Trader with videos about how to day trade using MT Predictor for Ninjatrader. Please remember that all examples in these videos should be considered as hypothetical. No trades are taken. They are shown for illustration and training purposes only. There is a risk of loss in trading and investing. All trade decisions are at your sole discretion and your responsibility. Losses can occur and they will occur. And past performances do not guarantee future results. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's just dive into the video. All right, so we're trading into a pullback, and I've also got some MPT zones that have come up in this area. I just got filled. Let's see if we can squeak out of here with a little profit. This is a 5-minute chart on the E-mini S&P, and I had a decision point, maximum decision point here, and a wave 2 projection. And yesterday's close, which is the orange line, so had some confluence here. Kind of a few things came together. This is it's a counter trend trade, depending on if you're looking on what degree of a wave that you're looking at. But I'm looking at it as a big 2-wave up that I'm hoping terminates right here, and that it'll start to go back down. That's my plan. And I just keep a tight stop, but I want to set my targets out here. I'm going to put this target down here. Just going to take my stop in so that I don't lose anything. If this should go ahead and turn around and go back the other way, I don't want to be in it. So I'm just setting just a little bit more than break even protective stop there. Hopefully that won't get hit. But I don't know if you can see where everything kind of came together here with these levels that MT Predictor put out for me. I've got this big magenta box is a B wave or a 2-wave, and you can see we're inside of that. And then inside of that 2-wave, I have a maximum decision point off of, I guess it was this pivot back here. And we bought down here, sold right here when we hit this first decision point, and then pulled into the second one and hit the very top of it and bounced out. And I got in just right there close to that top, just far enough off of it to get filled. And we'll see if this thing goes down. All right, I'm sorry I had a phone call, but target 1 got filled and I had accidentally paused the video, so target 1 on that trade is filled. You can see the last one I bought was right back here, down here where my blue arrow is. I got out right there and then shorted again right up here, almost at the top. So you can see how MT Predictor can really set you up for success. Down here it called almost the exact low, the exact bottom, and then I got in on the pullback as we bounced off that bottom, and that was a good, strong, solid trade. Got out up here at my first decision point, typical, on the first round of contracts, and then the second round. Actually, I'm sorry, I took all 4 or all 5 off on that one. I apologize, my bad. Took off 5 there, and then sold 5 up here, hit my profit target on 4 of those, and now I have a runner that I'm managing. And let's see here. I don't really have any other projections just yet. I don't have enough data to really give me enough just yet. So hold off. We'll do it any downward projections um, at the moment. Okay, I'm about to get stopped out on my protective stop here. My trailing stop. I mean, it'll be at a profit, but it was just on my runner. I had a runner out there, and we're getting close to taking that out. All right, so the runner is stopped out. So that wasn't too bad of a trade, really. I mean, it was wrong, I guess. Market's still going up, and I was short, but the trade worked. Got in right here. Got out right there. I mean, that's not a bad trade. And then got out of the rest right there. So made a little bit of money on it. Not a whole lot, but something. I really like to hold out for bigger trades than that. All right, so let's go back through that price action real quick and just kind of give you a look at what happened and how you could have used MT Predictor throughout that last series of trades to get yourself positioned on the right side of the market like I just did. So we'll just start out this big gold square up here. We got to start somewhere. This big gold square up here was a typical wave 5 from a higher time frame. All right. Right now, I'm counting this big move down as a wave 1, which means that when we get to the bottom of this wave 1, I'm looking for wave 2 because I want to get in at the end of wave 2, which is the beginning of wave 3. Should be, and wave 3 is the biggest, strongest move in the Elliott wave sequence. So when I'm moving down over here, really what I want to know is, okay, well, that's great. I'm not short yet, and maybe you were, but I'm just saying if you weren't, and you're looking for a way to get short, or you're looking for a way to get long, we've got a way to do either one here, or both actually, and that's what I'm going to show you. So a couple of things. As we move down here, we finally make a little pivot. Market reverses a little bit because it's just straight down, just pretty much straight down. Finally, we make a little pivot right here, have a little bit of a market correction. So once we see that take place, the first thing I want to do is create a decision point off of this low. So I'm going to right click and hit decision point. And yes, you can see, because we're looking in hindsight now, so that's really cool, but you can see that the market did come down and check into that decision point exactly. All right, so that's good. Now the next thing I want to do is try to figure out, okay, if I bought here or if I got long off of this decision point, where would I look for my target to be? Well, it's pretty simple. I just go back to this high pivot over here, this most recent high pivot, and I right click there and I hit decision point. And look there, it gives me 2 of them. So when the long trade came that preceded this video that I just posted, it was off of this low. Okay, we came in, we made a lower low than this low back here, so that's still bearish, but we made that low. We came back, came almost broke structure here, just made it even high basically. Pulled back, and that was where I got long, was right here in this pullback. and then I rode it up to the high, and then I got short right here. Well, actually, I rode it up to, I apologize, I rode it up to this decision point right here. That's where I got out of all 5 of my contracts. I got out right there. And the reason I did that was because I knew that this was supposed to be a correction, so I didn't anticipate it that it would go too far, too fast. So on corrections like that, I tend to be the guy that takes the low-hanging fruit. So I did get out of all my contracts right there with a nice healthy profit nonetheless. Uh, this orange line is the yesterday's close, very powerful level every day. So that fell right here in the middle of this, or right in the top of this decision point. We had already blown through this decision point, so that means the next one is really going to be valid. It's really going to be strong when you push through that first decision point. That next one's going to be strong. So I had confluence there. But what I also had was, remember I told you before, I was expecting this to be a big 2 wave or a B wave. So I haven't even used that retracement level yet. So let's go see what that looks like. So I'm going to look for a B wave up. So I'm going to right click up here at the top. Oops, right click at the top. And I'm going to do manual WPT up. And I'm going to choose 2 or B. So it's going to tell me to click right here. And then it tells me to click right here. And as you can see, we got right into that B wave. So I've got 3 forms of confluence going on right here that tells me this is a good place to consider getting short the market. And so if you put your limit right up here, basically I put mine in the most refined place I could find, put it right there, and you're short. So that's kind of how that worked. Not really much else to say other than that. The trade worked out really nicely. You came up into the zone. There's a few different ways that you could get in there. This is not really the scope of this video. Basically, this video is just to show you how you can identify these areas where you should most probably engage the market. So I hope that helps. Please feel free to email me. My email will be in the description below. And if you'd like to try MT Predictor for 2 weeks, we do have a trial program available. There's a link down below that you can click on, and it'll take you to the page where you can find out all the information about the trial. So if you have any questions, either post them here or shoot me an email. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.